At the end of the day, pure religion is about giving service.
We're really excited about this food drive, about our members, what they can do.
The food the church has collected is bringing in so much help to so many people. You're going to feed lots of families for months and months to come, and the Calgary Food Bank just can't say enough.
Today, one of the great benefits that I've seen are the smiles on the people's faces. It's incredible. It makes a difference. It's things that people remember.
The Calgary Food Bank is hoping you'll help them fill their shelves. The food bank, along with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, will be conducting a massive food drive this Saturday. John Craig with LDS and Monica Brink with the food bank join us this morning with all the details. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
Okay, John, this is the second year your church has undertaken this kind of a food drive.
Yes.
Tell me about it, because this isn't just one little community. You're hoping to cover the entire city.
Yes, this is the second year we've done it, and really for us it's about families helping families. This is a time of year, people going back to school, where there is certainly a need, and we are always looking for things that we can do that suit the strengths and abilities that we have. We have the ability to organize, and we have people who want to help. So
you have people who want to help. You have a lot of people who want to help. Give me an idea on Saturday. How many people are going to be involved in collecting all the donations?
Well, we estimate there'll be between 6,000 and 7,000 of our members that will be out in families and as groups doing that.
Okay, Monica, give me an idea how the food drive is going to work, because I know some people already have received the little plastic bag on their doorknob saying participate in this, and then what happens?
Well, then the families will come along. They will simply pick up the food from their doorstep. There's no ringing of doorbells. There's no knocking on doors or bothering people. If they leave food out, the kids and the families and the youth will pick up the food and take it to a vehicle. And that will drive to a church site where there will be huge tractor trailers, where we'll have another bunch of volunteers loading the food into those giant trucks, and then those trucks in turn will drive all the way to the food bank.
Monica, we have a lot of food in front of us right now. Give me an idea of some of the foods that the food bank really would like to see in those bags.
We would love to see canned beans, canned tomatoes. Peanut butter is a really good thing. Of course, we're talking all non-perishable items. Pasta, rice, cereal are all good things. Canned tuna, canned salmon. And if people happen to have a little bit of baby food or cans of formula around, that would be really helpful too. The food bank helps a lot of babies.
Okay, so hopefully you've received your bag, or you may have until tomorrow or tonight. Those families might be dropping off your bag at your doorknob. Otherwise, they'll even take just bags. Just put it out on the doorstep. It happens September 16th, so that's this Saturday. For more information, or if you were missed in the pickup, call 444-9021. John and Monica, thanks for coming in with a great idea.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The day arrives for the largest one-day food drive in the history of the city of Calgary. It's cold, it's windy, but the elements don't dampen the enthusiasm of the members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A year's worth of planning has gone into this project, and the logistics of organizing over 7,000 volunteers, 14 semi-trailer trucks and drivers, 6 forklifts and operators, along with traffic and location directors, is simply staggering. Youth groups and whole families get involved, even the little ones. They load up their cars and vans, even antique vehicles, to collect food for the Calgary Interfaith Food Bank. Jeffrey Jacob took on the job of overall organizer of this year's food drive.
We had a very successful food drive for about the last 10 or so years in our own ward. And then last year we thought, you know, if we could do this on a ward basis, why can't we do it on a citywide basis? And last year we had our first citywide food drive, and it was unbelievable. We had almost $600,000 worth of food and tremendous cooperation across the city. And so it worked, and it worked because we've got a lot of dedicated people, and we're organized in communities, and we want to reach out and we want to help other people. So it was a natural for us, and it looks like we're going to be doing just about as well this year as we did last year. So we're really excited about this food drive, about our members, what they can do, and their dedication, and our organization.
Food hampers were dropped off at 7 LDS chapel locations across the city. forklift operators were busy loading the pallets into the waiting semi-trailer trucks. The food bank's Monica Brink says it's like Christmas in September.
Last year we collected over 290,000 pounds of food, and at 1:30 today we've already got 143,000 pounds of food. That's amazing. When we look at the month of September and any other month in the year except for maybe November, December, January, the amount of food that the LDS Church is bringing in today equals the amount we bring in for the whole month of, let's say, February or March or October. So this is phenomenal. The food the church has collected is bringing in so much help to so many people. You're going to feed lots of families for months and months to come, and the Calgary Food Bank just can't say enough to thank you and let you know our appreciation for everything that you do for us.
Watching the forklift operators unload the tons of food from the trucks to the food bank warehouse is like watching a ballet. But far more than the amount of food collected or the dollar amount, it's the generosity of Calgarians in helping those in need that made this effort worthwhile.
Anytime you're involved with something like this, there are two benefits. One is to the giver, and the other is to the receiver. We hope that it makes a difference for those who receive the food. We think it does. Food is something we all need. But the other side of it is those of us who have an opportunity to go out and to provide a little bit of service, to be able to gather food and bring it in, we benefit. I was saying earlier today, one of the great benefits that I've seen today as I've been around to the different churches and see the food come in are the smiles on the people's faces. That's incredible. It makes a difference. It's things that people remember.
So why does the LDS Church get involved in a project this massive?
Well, this is a church, of course, where we look for opportunities to be able to serve, to make a difference in people's lives in a meaningful way, and it was decided that this would be a project we should look at, and it's been done on a smaller basis by a number of the different wards and groups over the years, and the stake presidents here in the city decided that we would give it a try and see how it worked.
It's obviously working very well. For this one-day food drive, Calgarians donated a staggering 331,000 pounds of food to the Interfaith Food Bank. That's equal to the weight of a 747 jumbo jet. The dollar value amounts to $662,000. The food collected by the church through this event enables the food bank to better respond to Calgary families in need through the Christmas season. On the back of one of the flyers accompanying the food donation bags, one grateful Calgarian wrote,
"Thank you for organizing this food drive and leaving this on our doorstep. 8 to 9 years ago, we needed the food bank to survive life. It has been a long struggle, but the last 5 years have been very good to our lives and well-being. We will always be in debt to the food bank, and we will continue to support it with wholesome and healthy food and a few treats for those unfortunate."
Thank you, Calgary, for your generosity and compassion for your fellow citizens. And a big thank you to all the thousands of volunteers from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and the many organizations that made this food drive such an overwhelming success.
And more big rigs hitting the road today in the name of charity, this one for the food bank. They dropped off tons of food collected by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The church collected about $635,000 worth of food by going door to door. It is Calgary's largest one-day drive for the food bank, and it comes at a time when supplies are generally at a low point.
Well, coming up after our last break, an astonishing amount of food collected in a single day. We're back in a couple of minutes. It's one of the city's largest food drives. The drive was organized by the Mormon Church, which dropped off donation bags at most homes in the city earlier this week and then picked them up today. The food was returned to 7 depots throughout the city before being taken to the Interfaith Food Bank. The church says it recognizes even in today's economy, there are people going hungry.
What this does is it allows people, especially at going into school time, to make sure that their kids have the things they need and they can still eat. There is need in this city, we know that.
And this year's drive brought in more than $635,000 worth of food. Organizers say that total should even increase as more donations trickle in. Good for everybody involved.
Well, at the end of the day, pure religion is about giving service. It's about feeding the poor and the hungry and lifting up the hands of those that hang down. And this gives us an opportunity to do this in a very real, practical way.